Far more important than Snow Patrol or any of that nonsense. Joining us live on the phone right now is Mr. Steve O. Good morning, Steve O.
Yeah, dude. Good morning, brother, man.
I mean, I've got a cold today, and I'm kind of excited because I kind of sound more like you. I got a little rasp, a little life in my voice today.
Nice. That's good, man. Yeah, my voice is a mess.
That's just you, though. But I got to say, like, you used to be a mess. Not just your voice, but everything about you. And it was hilarious. And now I was just listening to an interview with you on another super awesome radio show that has Robin and the rest of the gang on it. I was listening to you on Stern, and I was blown away that you are so articulate now, and you've done a complete turnaround.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
It's like you were very polite. Like, you had the way that you explained, like, how the Jackass crew came together and the way the book came about, like, what you're doing in your life. For people out there that think, like when Snoop says he's done smoking weed and you're like, sure, I'm really, really buying that. I mean, you seem to be actually cleaned up. Is that true?
Yeah, I've been 100% clean and sober for over 3 years. Nothing stronger than an Advil.
Well, there you go. Congratulations on that. And so the book, that's what you're pumping right now. The book is Professional Idiot, a memoir. And tell people about it. What does it cover in the book?
Well, it's the story of a young boy who didn't like school and wound up shoving things up his butt for money.
That's a good way to sum it up. I mean, it kind of explains it.
It's a real. No, I mean, definitely that's all part of it. It's outrageous, it's hilarious, it's fascinating, it's sad, it's tragic, it's heartwarming. It's all these things. And, overall, it's really kind of the story of a douchebag. I have always been an attention whore, and I've always had this just unreasonable hunger for attention. And setting out to write this book, I knew it was going to be difficult because it's like, okay, there's no way around the fact that I've not been a likable, great guy, and I've just been such a douchebag. But so, the first title that I came up with was "This Is Gonna Hurt." Of course, there's other books that have had that title, so I skipped that one. Other titles, Confessions of a Douchebag was a good one.
So what? I mean, the book, I want to know where you're at in life right now. The book, by the way, is a cool. I mean, great reviews from big sites, even.
Right? Like sites that are notoriously mean to books. Have written very favorable stuff. And at the risk of sounding like I had my head up my ass, I got to say it is a good book. It's honest. It's crazy. I mean, and people want to know about stuff that was too crazy to be on TV, and what's the wildest stuff that ever happened, and I'm really not afraid to share all that, so.
In the book. Of course, since we're live, we won't do that on the radio, but in Professional Idiot, a memoir, you can check that out. I want to know, Steve-O, business-wise, I know you've done a lot. I mean, you've got, clothing, shoes, TV, reality shows, the Jackass stuff.
I don't have, I never had any clothing. I was sponsored by a shoe company, but I burned that bridge a long time ago.
That's done. That's what I was going to ask, though, about your, I'm sure in the past with the drug use and the craziness and stuff,
right.
Financially, are you in a better place now that you kind of, got your mind right and you aren't spending money on stuff like that? Are you better off financially?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been in a position to really, retire or anything. But I'm pretty. I live a simple life, I rent a 2-bedroom apartment in Glendale, California. I live with my 2 little rescue dogs, and I have a bunch of plants. I drive a Nissan Versa. I don't know. I'm not too. I'm not really into being real flashy with money or anything.
I just thought with the drug use.
I don't know. It's I do as well as I can, and I think people would probably imagine that I've made a lot more money than I actually have, and whatever, that's fine, I don't need too much these days.
Yeah, and so are you how would you say you are mentally? Like, I know, I mean, I can imagine, I almost said, like, I could imagine me quitting drugs, but I could imagine a person getting off of drugs and it's like, yeah, it's better, but then you kind of miss some of the aspects of that. Do you miss any of it, or are you just, like, really cool with where your life's at right now?
Well, you know, like, there's nothing I miss about not being able to get through a day without doing things to feel really, shameful, and it all took me to such a bad place, man. You know, like where I wound up with it, like I couldn't not get arrested. You know, like it's just like it just all turned bad, man. It all turned bad, and where I left off, I had not a whole lot left to do, but except die, really, you know. Well, and we pick up where we left off, so it's in my interest to really do whatever it takes to stay sober, man.
That's awesome, man. Well, it's good advice. I mean, and proof that if you can do it, obviously, it is a possibility to anybody out there that's got issues. And if you want to know more about it, if you want to read about the journey, experience the ups and downs of Steve-O, check out Professional Idiot, a Memoir. It's available in stores and online everywhere you can get books and stuff like that. So congratulations on the monster success of the book and everything that's going so well for you in your life, Steve-O. And thanks for being with us on the Big J Show, man.
I super appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
No problem. See you, bro.
All right, bye-bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.